Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Lynn calling from Clear Insights. We're conducting a public opinion study about some issues facing us all, and we would like to include your opinion.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. And to start off, for statistical purposes only, would you please indicate which of the following age groups you belong to? 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64, 65 to 74, or 75 or older?
Oh, what was the one before the last one?
Are you of Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin?
No, before that. You said the thing about age. What was the... You said them so... What?
I already marked that for you, sir.
What did you mark it as?
I marked you as 65 to 74.
How did you know?
Oh, you said so, sir.
No, I said the one before that. I wasn't sure what... Okay, what was after that? Next question, please.
Okay, sir. And are you of Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin? Yes or no?
Sí, amiga. Yo soy hispánico.
So would that be a yes?
That would be a yes. Boomba Claude.
Sir. And are you currently registered to vote in Michigan? Yes or no?
Hey, what is this for?
Oh, we're conducting a public opinion study, sir. Your opinions are very important.
Who are you? What? Who's we?
I am Lynn, sir, calling from Clear Insights.
From Clear Insights.
Yes, sir.
And you want to know if I'm
market.
registered to vote?
Oh, yes, sir.
Why?
Oh, for statistical purposes only, sir.
Okay.
We would like to include...
Yeah, I'm registered.
Thank you, sir.
I'm registered as a lethal weapon.
As procedure and thinking ahead to the general elections this fall.
Thinking with my
when
head?
we will vote for president and other offices, how likely would you say it is that you will vote? Not at all likely to vote, somewhat likely to vote, very likely to vote, or extremely likely to vote?
Could you say the first part again before you went to the likely not and stuff?
Thinking ahead to the general election this fall, when we will vote for president and other offices, how likely would you say it is that you will vote? Not at all likely to vote, somewhat likely to vote, very likely to vote, or extremely likely to vote?
Well, I hate all of them, but I'll probably still vote. So, I'm likely to vote.
Would that be very likely or somewhat likely?
Somewhat likely. Depends what I'm doing that day.
And
If I got a date, there's no
likely-
way I'm going to spend my day voting.
Thank you for the answer. And do you feel like the United States is generally going the right direction, or do you feel things have gotten off on the wrong track?
Look, if I were to say things were going on the wrong track, then people would say I was racist against trannies and stuff like that. And I don't care about drag queens reading books to kids. So if people want to cut their kids' dicks off, let them. They're not my kids. My kids are totally normal. But if you want your kids to be a freak, that's up to you.
I appreciate you sharing those with me, sir, to ensure we cover all questions for our interview in a short amount of time. Can I proceed to the next question? Would that be right direction or the wrong track?
Is there an I don't care? Or neither. I don't care if it's right or wrong. I don't care. Let them do whatever they want. Doesn't bother me. Next. Next.
Who do you think you are most likely to vote for in the U.S. presidential election? The Democratic candidate, Donald Trump, or Robert S. Kennedy Jr.?
The Democrat? Who's the Democrat candidate?
Donald Trump or Robert S. Kennedy.
Donald Trump's not a Democrat. Do you know what you're talking about? You said the Democrat candidate, Donald Trump. He's not a Democrat. Hillary Clinton is the Democrat.
I'm sorry, sir.
Who? Say it again. Maybe I misunderheard you. Say it again.
And who do you think you are most likely to vote for the U.S. presidential election? The Democratic candidate, Donald Trump, or Robert F. Kennedy Jr.?
Well,
I'm afraid, sir, but the Democratic candidate wasn't listed.
Yeah, it wasn't listed. Kennedy got shot in the head. I'm not going to vote for him. So it's between Hillary and old Trump face. They're both billionaires, so I don't care. Which one do you like better?
I'm afraid, sir, but I can only take specific responses from you, sir.
All right, let's go with. All right, we'll take Kennedy. I guess we'll vote for Kennedy. John F. Kennedy.
Yes, sir. And would that be Robert F. Kennedy Jr. or Lynn Kennedy?
What? There's two of them?
Oh, no, sir. I mean, are you leaning towards Kennedy or would it be definitely Robert F. Kennedy?
John F. Kennedy. I'll vote for John F. Kennedy.
Let's proceed, sir. And
Thank
who
you.
do you think you are more likely to vote for this fall in the congressional race in your area? The Democratic candidate or the Republican candidate?
Look, the Republicans around here are just slow Democrats. They're turning gay. They're just as gay as the Democrats. They just take longer to turn gay. So, again, I don't care. I'm not going to vote for any of them.
There are no right or wrong answers, sir. You can answer it just to the best of your knowledge.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, fuck them all. I hate the local politicians here. They suck.
Okay, sir. And next, I'd like to get your opinions of some people who have been in the news lately. Can you please tell me if you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion of the following people?
Mr. Beast?
Heard of them?
I thought you were going to say Mr. Beast. I hope he runs for president.
The first one, sir, is Curtis Hurtle. Do you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion of her?
Curtis Hurtle?
Yes, sir.
Don't know. Never read her book. Don't know what it is. Next.
And the next one is Kamala Harris. Do you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion of her?
Camel toe? She's retarded.
Harris.
Kamala Harris. Yeah, the Joker. She's a big retard. So, unfavorable.
Would that be a very or somewhat?
Oh, very, very unfavorable. She's almost as bad.
The next one is Tom Barrett.
Tom Barrett? Is he a country singer?
Do you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion of him?
Is he the country singer? I'm not really sure. Tom Barrett. I don't know who he is.
And the next
Was he
one
an
is Gretchen.
American Idol judge? Was he an American Idol judge?
I'm afraid, sir, but I don't have that.
Okay. Who's the next one? Next.
And the next one is Gretchen Whitmer. Do you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion
Oh,
of her?
very, very unfavorable of that Nazi bitch. That woman is
And the last one is Donald
piece of
Trump.
shit. Who?
And the last one is Donald Trump. Do you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion of him?
He's the only one I don't hate. The rest of them are, look, I don't care what, he can do whatever he wants. I don't care. But the rest of them I pretty much hate. Unfavorable. But Trump is just, so what?
So would that be very favorable or somewhat favorable, sir?
How about, I don't care. Is there one in the middle?
I'm afraid, sir, but there are none.
There's none?
So,
All right, we'll go favorable. Just a little favorable. It's better than,
okay.
probably better than Kamala Harris or Gretchen fucking Whitmer. Gretchen fucking Whitmer. If that bitch runs for president, I'll walk off a cliff.
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing that. And
Yeah, you're welcome.
Of the job Joe Biden is doing as a president.
I'm amazed that he can shit his pants. Good for him. Taking a shit in front of the Queen, farting on the Pope. Good job, Joe. He's a
Would
disgrace.
it be strongly disapprove or somewhat disapprove, sir?
Oh, totally disapprove. Strongly disapprove.
Do you disapprove or approve of the job Donald Trump did when he was president?
Well, let's see. Didn't shit his pants. Didn't fall down the stairs. Didn't sniff my children. Didn't send $1 trillion to Ukraine. Didn't give the Taliban 81 billion. I'm still counting. Didn't give the Taliban $81 billion worth of military equipment. Didn't let 50 billion freeloading refugees into the country. Yeah, but still he made mean tweets. He said Rosie O'Donnell was an ugly bitch. So I'm going to have to go unfavorable on Donald Trump.
Would that be strong disapprove or somewhat disapprove?
Strongly disapprove. Did you read his tweets? Plus, he's an existential threat to our democracy.
Okay, sir. And let's proceed.
And plus, he's copying Joy Reid, MSNBC's hairstyle. That black bitch has got us her head shaved now because Donald Trump stole her hair look. Son of a bitch.
Yes, sir. And if your choices for president were Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, or Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who do you think you will vote for?
Not voting for that Kamala bitch. You might as well. I can't even. The thought of that cackling lunatic being president makes me sick to my stomach. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was a good president. The Russians tried to invade Cuba, and he saved Cuba. He kept the Russians out of Cuba. He saved Fidel Castro's life. That was a good man.
So who would it be, sir?
John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy. He's my president.
Okay. Thank you for that answer, sir. And if you had to choose between only Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, who would you choose?
The only thing Kamala's good for is sucking my dick. I wouldn't let Trump within an arm's reach of my dick, that pervert. So I guess I'd go with Kamala. If I gotta let one of them suck my dick, it's Kamala.
Okay, sir. And if these are your opinions for you as senator from Michigan, who would you vote for? Republican Mike Rogers, Democrat Elissa Slotkin, Green candidate Douglas Marsh, or independent candidate James Frizzle?
Wait, one of those guys is green? Just his hair or everything? Even his balls?
Oh, no,
if he's green, I tell you what, if you got enough nerve to paint yourself green, I'll vote for you.
Oh, no, sir. He is part of the Green Party, sir. He's a candidate of the Green Party, Douglas Marsh.
Oh, one of those. Tree hugging. I almost said the F word. No, I'm not going to vote for him. What are my other choices?
If your options for you as senator from Michigan, would you vote Republican Mike Rogers, Democrat Elissa Slotkin, Green candidate Douglas Marsh, or independent candidate James Frizzle?
I don't know anything about any of those people, so I'd probably be better if I just voted for none of them.
Okay, sir. I'm going to mark it for you. And thinking about the election for Congress again in the race for U.S. House of Representatives in your district, if Tom Barrett was the Republican candidate and Curtis Hertel was the Democratic candidate, who do you think you would vote for?
Who is the Democrat?
Just a moment, sir.
Simone Perez, you said?
Curtis Hertel, sir.
Curtis Hertel? What?
Yes, sir.
That's not even a name. No, I'm not voting for turtles. Whoever the other one is, I'll vote for the other one. Fucking turtles, give me a break.
I'm afraid, sir. I'm sorry for my accent, sir. I'm of Asian descent.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault the guy's got a retarded name. You're fine.
Now you will hear information about the candidates running for Congress. After you hear each statement, please tell me if it raises serious doubts in your mind about these candidates, some doubts or no real doubts about the candidate. If you just don't believe the statement is true, you can tell me that too. The first statement is Curtis Hurtle sold out Michigan taxpayer by voting to give taxpayer funds to a company with ties to a Chinese Communist Party. Hurtle even took donations from those lobbying on behalf of Chinese-tied companies like EV battery maker Bushan, whose documents say it will carry out Chinese Communist Party activists. Hurtle negotiated a secret taxpayer-funded $175 million gift to Bushan and voted in favor of giving more than $700 million in benefits to the company.
Well, that's Gretchen Whitmer did that, right? Yeah.
Oh, sure, it's Curtis Hurtle.
No, Gretchen Whitmer did that. That's Gretchen Whitmer did that. Bitch. Yeah, that's.
Disclaimer: I don't have any control over the questions or statements.
I know. I don't believe it. I think Gretchen Whitmer did that, so I'd say I don't believe it.
Sir. Okay, sir. And the next statement is Curtis Hurtle has shown.
Who's Curtis Hurtle? Is he the Democrat running for Congress?
No, sir. It's Curtis Hurtle.
Curtis, is he the Democrat running for Congress?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I'm going to repeat the statement.
Oh,
Curtis
yes.
Hurtle has shown he will turn his back on bipartisan solution and moderate compromises. He has described half as a progressive Democrat and a hardcore partisan, criticizing what he calls the mushy middle for pursuing moderate policies and bipartisan measures. Hurtle has shown loyalties to Democratic Party leaders and will look to advise their goals rather than pursuing the best interests of ordinary Michiganders.
That is true. Most of the Democrats in Michigan are Democrat Party ass lickers. So I don't even never heard of this fucker, but I assume he's a piece of shit. So yeah, I agree with that.
Does that clear these doubts in your mind about this candidate? Some doubts or no real doubts about the candidate?
I totally believe what you said. So I have no doubt.
Okay,
He's got his tongue so far up Gretchen Whitmer's ass.
Okay, sir. And the next statement is Curtis Hurtle has the wrong priorities when it comes to criminal justice. He voted in 2017 and 2020 for bills that would have loosened penalties for criminals and set aside eligible felonies 10 years after sentencing. In 2021, he sponsored legislation that could have allowed rapists, child molesters, and murderers to be released before they've completed even their minimum sentence.
Yeah, he's probably a kid. Yeah, I believe it. He's probably a kid sniffing pedophile just like the rest of them. I totally believe it. If you're telling me that story about Curtis Hurtle, I totally believe he's a disgusting piece of shit.
Yes, sir. And does that raise serious doubts in your mind about this candidate? Some doubts or no real doubts about the candidate?
Well, I have no doubt that I hate the guy. So, is that what you mean? Like, I'm 100%. I hate the guy. Just from what you told me about him, I hate the guy 200%. How does what answer would that be?
You answers for the statement, sir. If you have a serious doubt, some doubt, or no doubts about the statement I have read.
Oh, I believe you 100%. No doubts.
Okay, sir.
That
And the next
perv,
statement is-
Curtis Hurtle. I wouldn't let him near my grandchildren.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And Tom Barrett is a radical on abortion. His campaign has previously said he's 100% pro-life, no exemptions, and supported reinstating a...
Curtis Hurtle is 100% pro-life?
No, sir. It's Tom Barrett.
Tom Barrett is 100% pro. Look, all right, you put me down. I don't care if Democrats want to kill their children, let them do it. Let them kill their children. I don't care.
Yes, thank you for that quick response, sir, but
Yeah.
I do have to read all of this.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Tom Barrett 100%.
Tom Barrett is a radical on abortion. His campaign has previously said he's 100 pro-life, no exemptions, and supported reinstating a 1931 law that banned abortion in Michigan without exceptions for rape or incest. You have a serious doubts, some doubts or no doubts about
there is no such. Abortion is totally legal in Michigan. That statement you read is 100% false. I 100%. I seriously doubt that is true. There's no ban on abortion in Michigan. Gretchen Whitmer eats fetuses with her cornflakes, and if they were to ban abortion, she'd starve.
And so do you have a serious doubts or don't believe the statement?
I don't believe this statement. There's no ban on abortion. It's like the boogeyman.
And Curtis Hurtle is a career politician through and through. He is married to a former lobbyist, his father, two uncles, and his brother were all partisans, Democrat, official, and one of his first job out of college was running for office. Do you have a serious doubt, some doubt, no doubt, or don't believe the statement?
No doubt. If you want to use that to throw dirt on the guy, that's a good one.
And the next, yes, sir. And the next statement is Curtis Hurtle is an open borders Democrat who says he doesn't like the term illegal immigrants and that he supports opening our borders a little and making Lansing
sanctuary state, a sanctuary city. It already is a sanctuary city.
He supported policies that would make it harder for local governments to cooperate with immigration officials, even when illegal immigrants have broken the law. Do you have a serious doubt, some doubt, no doubt, or don't believe the statement?
I have no doubts about that. They're all for open borders. Fuck all of them.
While working as a top staffer of the governor, Curtis Hurtle was supposed to be looking out for the taxpayer. Instead, he helped negotiated a budget that allocated $1.5 million in tax dollars to a non-profit group, and 2 days later, he quit his government job and accepted a $100,000 consulting job from the same non-profit. Do you have a serious doubt, some doubt, no doubt, or don't believe this?
Oh, I have no doubt he did that. He's a money-grubbing
piece. The next statement is, while claiming to fight for working families, Curtis Hurtle has supported raising the state sales tax.
So is the point of this whole thing to get me not to vote for Curtis Hurtle?
No, sir. Disclaimer only. I don't have any control over the statement, sir.
Well, who's paying you? The Michigan Republican Party?
Oh, no, sir. I'm not allowed to say so, sir.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to tell me who's paid. You know who pays me?
No, sir.
Social Security pays me, and I have a farm. My farm pays me. I sell corn by the side of the road.
I understand your doubts, sir, but I reassure you that all of your answers are completely confidential, and we will use your answers to help.
You go on the internet, you look up killercorn.com. You'll see me by my roadside stand holding up a piece of corn, and you'll be like,
I'm ready to share it, sir. Make sure we cover all questions in our interview.
No, it's been 20 minutes already. Look, I'm tired.
I'm going through the study as quickly as I can, sir.
Okay, you got to go a lot faster. Right? You talk as fast as you can. I don't care what you had. Go. Fast as you can. Go. Faster. Well, save money for working families. See how fast I said that?
Homeowners' property taxes, county millage increases, and during the pandemic opposed the state Senate's tax count packages. He even supported a 45-cent gas tax hike.
Who did this? Hurtle? Curtis Hurtle?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. I'm sure every shitty thing that happened in the state of Michigan, Curtis Hurtle had his finger in it.
And would that be serious doubt, some doubts, no doubt, or don't?
I have no doubt he was in on it. Look, take all the questions. Listen to me. We can make this a lot faster. All the questions that say Curtis Hurtle is a piece of shit, a criminal, just say, this guy has no doubt that this Curtis Hurtle is a piece of shit. So you can just go. You don't have to read them to me. I won't tell anybody. You just go, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I have no doubt this guy's a criminal.
Okay, and the next statement is, Tom Barrett is a Trump-endorsed Republican our democracy, has refused to
Keith.
acknowledge the legitimacy of the 2020 election. He also co-sponsored a resolution to void federal gun laws in Michigan. Barrett takes his cues for Trump and the extremist wing of the Republican Party without concern for ordinary American wishes or needs. Do you have a serious doubt, some doubt, no doubt, or don't believe the statement?
I don't believe the statement. I never heard of the guy,
Thank you for the answer.
but I
And
don't believe
now
it.
that you've heard some more about the candidates, if Tom Barrett was the Republican candidate and Curtis Hurtle was the Democratic candidate, who do you think you would vote for in the race for U.S. House of Representative in your district?
I would think that it probably doesn't matter. So I don't even know.
Your opinions are important, sir.
I don't know that it matters. Look, the Democrats. He's absolutely a piece of shit. But you give the Republican enough time, and he'll be a piece of shit too.
So who would it be, sir? Tom Barrett or Curtis Hurtle?
Oh man.
There's no pressure, sir. You can answer the question just to the best of your knowledge. There's no right or wrong answer.
Oh, okay. I don't like either of them. I don't trust either of them. I wish I could be elected to the Congress.
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to mark that for you. And now, just a few final questions for statistical purposes. Who did you vote for in the 2020 presidential election, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
I voted twice for Joe Biden.
And thinking about all elections, including school, local, and primary elections, how many of them have you voted in over the past few years? None of them, less than half of them, about half of them, most of them, or all of them?
I used to always vote until when Hillary Clinton got elected. I decided it doesn't matter. So when did she get elected?
So would that be about half of them or most of them?
Probably half.
Thank you for that answer, sir. And do you think of yourself as a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, or something else?
I'm not a party member, so something else. What it would be, I don't know, but it's not a Republican or a Democrat. Fuck all of them.
Okay, sir. And do you think of yourself as closer to the Republican or the Democratic Party?
Well, they're both criminals. But the Democrats are more likely to be child molesters. Plus, I'm pretty sure Barack Obama was our first gay president. So,
And would that be Republican, sir?
yeah, I probably have to go Republican with that, just because Obama was such a queer.
Thank you for that answer, sir. And are you currently married, living with a partner, divorced, separated, widowed, or have you ever been
Could
married?
you believe I'm divorced? I'm one of the nicest, most positive guys you'll ever meet. And all three of my wives left me. The last one took half my stuff.
And what is the last
Bitch.
grade of school you have completed, sir?
10th grade.
Would that be some high school?
It was at some high school, yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. And do you or does anyone in your household belong to a labor union or teachers association, or are you a retired member of a labor union or teachers association? Yes or no?
No. I'd rather be a card-carrying communist than join the teachers union.
And is your
Fuck them.
religious yes. And is your religious background Protestant, Roman Catholic, Jewish, or something else?
I used to go to Sunday school when I was little. So I'm very religious.
So would that be a Protestant, Roman Catholic, or Jewish, or something else?
Something else, probably. Sunday school goer. What do they call that? The people that go to church on Sunday.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that answer. And how often would you say you usually attend church or religious services?
A lot I did all the time when I was like 5. All the time when I was like 5 years old.
already once a week, a couple of times a month, less than a month, or
I think
only on holidays?
I think
Never,
I was
or
going every day. I think I used to go every day. Seems like it anyway. That's a long time ago.
Okay, so thank you for that answer. And finally, which of the following income groups includes your total family income in 2023 before taxes? Just stop me when I read the correct category. Up to $30,000, 30 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 150, 150 to 200, or $200 or more. $200,000 or more.
I own a farm. If I wanted to sell it, I could get $30 million. So.
Oh, but the question is, what if the following includes your total family income in 2023 before taxes, sir?
Oh, total family
So would that
income.
be up to $30,000, 30,000 to 50,000, 50,000 to 100,000, 100,000 to 150,000, 150,000 to 200,000, or $200,000 or more?
I got 18,000 from Social Security, and then I sold off my cows because they can move faster than me now, and they're too hard to take care of. So I sold them all, and that was like $400,000. It wasn't all income though, but I have to check my income tax, but it's probably over
That would be fine,
200,000.
sir. And thank you for participating in our survey. Have a great one, sir. Thank you for your patience.
All right, awesome. Have a good day.
Have a great day. Yes, sir. You too.
Goodbye.
Bye.